You excited?
I am excited.
Dude, the two Jesses in the fucking building, dog.
Yep,
It's
Jess.
just so crazy.
It's been a long time.
I know, seriously. When was the last? I don't even know. So we met, God, I was 17 when we met, so it was 8 years ago?
Yeah, so I think I was 21.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Dude, I was a
21.
bad little kid,
Yeah.
man.
Me too.
Dude.
I think we were both bad kids.
Yeah. I think that, dude, growing up in Jacksonville was crazy. You grew up like a little outside though, right?
I grew up outside of Jacksonville in Keystone, and then I moved to Jacksonville when I became an adult. So right when I turned 21, I had moved to Jacksonville. Yeah, around that same time.
What was your dating experience in Jacksonville?
Terrible.
Being a lesbian in Jacksonville was awful.
Yeah.
Move now.
And a lot of just negative things around you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Environment.
Dude, there's nothing to do but like do drugs and go to the beach and go to the bars. It's
Just
like
get fucked up all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a like crucial thing that we got out of that environment for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're both in a much healthier place now.
Yeah, I think so too. Dude, like this fucking house, bro, we're in the fucking mountains. Don't tell me the elevation because I'm gonna pass out. But like we're in the fucking mountains, bro. Like in Colorado. This is so cool. It's a very, very nice experience. I appreciate you inviting me here.
Yeah,
It's
of
so
course.
cool.
I appreciate you coming out here. And
Thanks for getting me right, dude, because I was looking homeless on this trip, man. I was fucking crazy. She's an amazing barber, by the way. Like, it's hot, bro. It's on my Instagram. She fucking killed it, dude.
come check me out.
Yeah, for real. What's your Instagram handle?
Instagram is high vibration fades.
Yeah.
That is
Dude.
the Instagram tag.
But, like, the work that you have on there is really good, too.
It's a passion.
How
for
did
sure.
you discover that?
I got into doing hair after the military. And
Oh, yeah. Thank you for your service, by the way. Seriously.
I did do that. I tried my best, and that was a challenge. And I knew getting out that I wanted to find a passion, a job that was going to fill me with, happiness and love, and giving back to the community is like a big part of doing hair, because when you look good, you feel good. And that's what giving, good haircuts is all about, is making people feel good.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like the same because, I'm helping people with their self-image as well. Like, I think that being overweight was one of the most painful things that I ever went through. Like, being overweight, being, just mentally not, completely happy in myself, especially because, I was on drugs for a while, and then I went to I was getting sober, and then I was overweight. So it was like one thing after another, it seemed like. And, looking in the mirror and not liking what you see is not.
Yeah, that
not
self-love
fucking-
is number one. You have to work on yourself first. And I think we both struggled with that, that's why you do drugs and
Yeah.
drink alcohol and, do all these other things to suppress whatever's going on in your life, just to hide everything. And you can't do that. You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that, like, after you finally get to a place where you're number one ready to get sober, and then you actually do it, it's like a completely different process after that, because it's like you're thinking about all the things that you've done, and you see them in a completely different light. Like,
oh, yeah.
we
Looking
could
back on
tell,
it.
yeah, we could tell stories about like the shit that we used to do, and it's not cool anymore. Like, to think about, you're
wow,
like, what
I
the
used
fuck?
to do that, and I'm like, why would I ever do that? Why would I ever put myself in that situation? Why
Yeah.
would I ever do the things that I did? Why did I think it was okay? And it was all normalized. Everything that
Yeah.
was done was normalized. It's okay. This is fun. It's
Yeah.
normal. Like, you'll be fine. You're not gonna get addicted. Like,
Dude,
but you do.
Yeah, I think it took one Xanax when I was 14 for me to be like, oh my God, this is the best feeling in the entire world. I think that
That was the same for me.
Xanax is a very underrated like substance that is being abused all over the fucking world, and people are
Yeah.
just being given it.
Yeah, no,
Like-
for real. And then everybody else is just giving it. Everybody. It just.
Yeah.
People do give drugs for free.
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, in my experience, holy shit.
And that doesn't help,
Yeah.
that doesn't help you at all when you just have that access around you. You're a product of your environment. So the people you spend your time with, and your environment is everything. So it's not going to change if you don't change your environment.
Yeah. I think that the whole thing about, like, you can't heal where you got sick at,
Yeah.
which And I completely resonate with that, because I did leave Jacksonville in order to get sober. And I think that in a sense, I probably would not have gotten sober in fear of losing the friend group that I had. But like, it's also really sad to say, because I lost some amazing people after I left.
Yeah.
And like, it's almost like having that survivor's guilt, and being like, damn, dude, all these people lost their lives and I got better. And like, then you start thinking about like, why me? Like, you know, why was I saved, and why was this beautiful person lost? And, you know, I can think of quite a few where that has crossed my mind. Yeah. You know?
Yep. No, I have somebody in my past who, you know, has been addicted for pretty much their entire adult life. And, you can't want something for more than what they want for themselves. And so being next to her, all I wanted was for her to get better, and she was trying, and it never got better. And so I had to separate myself from that toxic environment, because I was only going to go downhill if I stayed next to her.
Yeah.
But I lost myself in losing her too. And then I had to re-find myself, and, you know, not thinking that I'm better in any way, because I'm not better than anybody. You know, we all have things. Yeah. We all have, you know, I've had my own addictions and my own struggles, and I've had to work on them, but you have to want it for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. If you don't, like, that's why, with like my program, if you don't approach me about it, I'm not just going to sit here and sell it to you, because I'd be wasting my breath. You know, you have to be like, hey, I want to change my life. I want to lose weight. I want to get sober. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm ready for something new. I believe that I can be more, you know, show me how you did that for yourself. And that's
having a mentor is everything in life. It really is, like, having that mentor, that guide, that positive influence, somebody you can talk to, somebody you can refer to and bounce whatever across.
And what's unfortunate about that is because, like, so our first mentors are our parents. And like, you will never listen to your parents, but you'll never fail to emulate them at the same time. So it's like, okay, I'm listening to these people, but these people are getting drunk. These people are overeating. These people are doing this, that, and the third, and making themselves sick. And I'm seeing that as a child and fucking doing that. I'm emulating that activity. And it's, people don't understand what sometimes they put their kids through. And, you know, okay, you know, my dad's drunk at the baseball game, or fucking, you know, I'm showing up to school and getting bullied because I'm overweight because my parents taught me to eat like shit. Like,
oh yeah. Yep, I can resonate with that.
Teaching your kids fucking macros, teaching your kids like how to do something, you have to be doing it yourself.
Yeah, I was never taught any of that. Like, my parents weren't the ones to teach me how to be healthy. I mean, we ate McDonald's. You know, it's like one of the worst things you can eat is McDonald's, you know, and fast food and processed foods, and it's all bad for you, but nobody teaches you that. It's easy and it's accessible and it's cheap. And so
even the school systems, bro, like the school system have the worst food. Like in Mandarin High School, they have like an a la carte line when I was in high school, and it was just all chicken nuggets and fried food and all this bullshit. And like our athletes that played sports for our school were eating that shit. And it's like, do you really think that this person is going to perform their best and win games eating fried chicken nuggets, bro?
No,
like,
not
it's
at
crazy.
Not at all. And even the French fries are not okay.
Yeah.
Some people say they are, but they're not.
No, it's still fried.
Yeah. It's all
like
bad.
I eat hella potatoes.
Potatoes are good.
Yeah, but like, you have to cook them right. You can't just like fry them to death. And then
there's a way to eat things that are healthier and healthier ways to go about things, for sure.
Yeah. So with you know, I feel like everybody has that, like we were talking about before, that karmic relationship before you find that person for you. I'm so happy for you that you found, because I've seen you go through some difficult relationships, and I'm sure I mean, I don't think I was bouncing around a little bit when we were close. I was not really in one spot when it came to relationships, but I've seen you in a couple relationships that I feel like were very detrimental to you, but I'm not the person to say it.
No, and it's true. And that's just an outside observation that is absolutely correct, because for me, it was a self-love. So I don't feel like I gave myself the opportunity to have a healthy, good love in my life, because I wasn't giving myself the health and love that I needed within myself. And the moment that I put everything down and I separated myself from all of the negative things that were going on in my life, then the door opened for me, and my partner, my wife, walked in, and that door opened. And it was like, when one door closes, another door does open for you. And I, am a firm believer in trusting the process. So I don't regret any of my exes, and I don't regret anybody that I've ever been with, or any of the process that I've gone through. It's made me who I am today. So I'm thankful for it. But I'm glad that I am, with a healthy, happy person as well. And, we're both trying to be healthy and happy together.
Putting in work, bro.
Yeah. Putting in a lot of work.
Yeah. I mean, the work instills the worth in anything. So like you weren't doing
I wasn't
the
doing
work
anything. I wasn't
for
doing
yourself.
Anything.
Yeah.
I was just doing drugs, and I was partying all the time, and just in a really, really like negative place.
The universe will put you in these cycles until you learn your lesson.
Yeah.
100%. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you how many of the same relationships that I've had.
It seems like they're all the same. All my past has been very like symbolic of just like the same repeated patterns, very toxic, not taking care of yourself, living off of others, doing the drugs and drinking and partying and just being in that place. Like every single ex that I have is that same cycle.
Yeah.
It was always the same thing. I didn't change anything about that.
Yeah. They all have those similar attributes. Yeah. And it's like, bro, you literally don't learn that lesson until you're like, okay, I've fucking had enough. And that was kind of like, so you get scared into changing, or like, something crazy's got to happen sometimes. And like, that was me with Xanax. So I was in Orlando. I had already moved, and I was trying to get sober for like the 5th time, literally. I still, at that point, I still thought I was invincible. And I found out very quickly that I wasn't. I spoke about this actually in my last podcast with my mom. This car accident that I went through, I flipped 7 times.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, dude. And that was the day I started to wean myself off of Xanax. Yeah. So that was fucking scary. And like I got out like with all my fingers and toes and like walked to the sidewalk, and everybody was looking at me like, this is a fucking superhero. Yeah. But it was the fact that my body was relaxed from the Xanax that I took the day before. Wow.
And I'm a firm believer that you're meant to be here. Like I believe that like, if it was your time, it would have been your time, and it's not. Your time is here. You're meant to be here.
Yeah, 100%. And like for a while it was like, why? You know what I'm saying? Because you go through that shit, especially with the fact that I have lost quite a few people to drugs and car accidents and all kinds of shit. So like you're sitting there asking yourself like, why is it like, what the fuck me? Like, what do I have to do with any of this? Like, what is my higher purpose that is keeping me on this earth? And I feel like I've finally like found it. And it's so cool to be able to be like, hey, like everything that I do in my life is surrounded by trying to help other people. Yeah. That is my purpose, is just trying to help others that can benefit from the things that I've been through, and,
share your story.
Yeah.
And others can resonate with it and share theirs too. And
inspire people to just change.
Helps.
Yeah.
Talking about things definitely helps, and opening up and having that person to talk to.
Yeah. That's why I have an option on my program that's one-on-one if you do have things that you don't want to share with a group. Right. Which is really cool.
That's nice, yeah.
So everybody that's initially in my program, obviously it's going to change if I expand. Everybody that initially signs up for my program is going to get a one-on-one. And then if they want to continue that, it'll just obviously be like a small upgrade. But and then we do group sessions, and everybody asks questions, and it can be, it's all about personal development. So it can be anywhere from macros to like personal experiences, like, hey, I'm dealing with this. Can you give me advice on this? And we're, maybe somebody else in the group is thinking about asking a similar question or has been through something, like it's
Yeah.
just about finding a
Group talk
community.
helps, yeah, having a community around
Yeah.
you. I definitely believe in group talks, group therapies.
Yeah.
You know, having more people around you.
Yeah, because sometimes people won't want to ask those questions, but they'll be in the group chat or like in the Zoom call or
Yeah.
whatever, and they'll be like, "Damn, I really benefited from that." So like,
Yeah.
that's
does
why I
help.
really want to create that sense of community. It's gonna be
I
really
think that's
cool.
gonna be beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
I'm so excited about this shit, dude.
It's gonna be so good
Dude,
for
you saw me at like the craziest time in my life, I feel like, and
Probably.
neither of us remember a whole lot of it.
I felt bad about, we were talking about that earlier, and I felt bad because I don't remember a lot of like the earlier part of our friendship, and I hate that.
Yeah.
It bothers me that,
But you know
I
what?
was not
That was
there.
also-
I was there, but I wasn't there.
Yeah, but that was also like me too. Like I was
Yeah.
there, but I wasn't there. But like
Yeah.
I also feel like we like were at each other, like in each other's lives then, because we were in that same cycle. But like now we're reintroducing ourselves as friends because we're in a similar
like
cycle
getting to know
again.
you all over again.
Exactly.
And getting to know the new version of you, the
Yeah.
version that you're growing into.
Not that fucking piece of shit that I was.
No,
dude.
I feel it same. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, same. I'm
Dude,
not that same
the
person
last
either.
time, do you remember the last time I saw you?
I
Oh
do
my
not.
god, dude!
Yeah,
It was
I do actually do not. I apologize.
really
for that.
okay. No, you're fine. It was funny. So you had hit me up for weed.
Oh,
You
that
hit me up
sounds
for
like-
weed,
Sounds like me.
and I was like, I got you, bro. I pulled up with like so much weed. You were like, I need an ounce. I was like, bet. Boom.
Yeah.
Like had like this fucking pack on the table. And you were like, what the fuck, dude? What have you been doing? Because
Right.
at that point, it had been like probably months since I had seen you, and I just
Yeah.
disappeared, came
been a
back,
while, yeah.
and then fucking had,
Just popped
like
up with a
this
pound.
crazy ass amount of weed. Like, it's so funny how shit happens.
How things
and,
turn. Yeah, no, I
God.
think in that point I was still in a bad place myself. I mean, what was that? Maybe like 5
you were
years
with like this
ago?
friend. I don't even remember what she looked like.
I don't know either. But
We were just all chilling in your living room. I think you lived in like OP or something.
yeah, I think I was living off Cassett in
Yeah.
Jacksonville,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and I was definitely still doing drugs at that time. I was definitely still in a very hard place. Actually, I think around that same time, I had moved in with someone else, and then I ended up getting a roommate with somebody that I didn't
You
know.
were pissed because the cats were pissing. It's coming
Yeah.
back to me.
Yeah,
the cats were pissing on the fucking couch.
Yeah, no, that's the house. And so the house
Yeah.
after that is the house that I actually, I had moved in with a roommate, and within like a couple weeks of being with this roommate, we got into a physical altercation, and I ended up getting arrested.
Oh yeah, this is where you were telling me you don't
yeah.
like to fight, bro. You're not
I'm
a
not
fighter.
a fighter. I've never been in a fight. I'm not a fighter. And I got into a fight, and I ended up going to jail. And I did about 9 hours. I know it's not a lot, but I did 9 hours, and going to jail and being in jail and doing that time is what straightened me out. That was my moment.
Yeah.
That was my scare, because
Yeah.
I never in my life ever thought I would go to jail. You know,
Yeah.
I never thought that was who I was. It's not who I am, and it's not who I'm going to be. But it's something that happened, and
Yeah.
it checked me
Yeah,
like a slap in the
that
face.
shit, bro. Being processed in a
Yeah.
fucking jail is
Yeah.
serious shit. Like my personal mentor did 10 years.
I couldn't
And
imagine.
He is such a beautiful person because of it, though, because he obviously needed the rehabilitation, but like he put that work in himself, and
Yeah.
he's such a fucking amazing person. He helps millions of people now.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
good to hear. Yeah, after that I just wanted to be better. I wanted to be different. I didn't want that same path. I didn't want to, I joined the military at 17, and I had done my 4 years, and then I get out, and a couple years later I'm getting in trouble. I'm doing drugs, and I get arrested. Like, that's not who I am, and I had to fix that, and I had to get on the straight and narrow. And I would say that doing hair saved me.
Yeah.
Putting my everything into my job, it's my passion.
Yeah.
It's my love, and that is what kept me on the straight and narrow, was just going to work every day and giving haircuts and helping people feel good and
That's
look
your
good.
purpose, bro.
Yeah, I truly feel
Yeah.
like doing hair is my purpose in life.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that, because like people that don't understand it, and like it's the same with every profession. People that don't understand it would think it's so, like, I guess, insignificant to them. But like, dude, you're like, I fucking love this. And I love that. Like,
and to be able to have a job
so cool.
with something that you love is not common in this world.
No.
To have a job that you love, that you want to wake up and do every day, and to give your energy. I give a lot of energy. I'm a therapist in a way in the chair. You know, I listen to people all day and I talk with them and I hear their stories and we bounce stories back and forth. And I feel like we both gain stuff through each service, you know, of like, you know, knowledge and inspiration. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, I've met quite a few beautiful people in the car industry, and they, like I was telling you before, they tell me all the time, I don't even know why I'm telling you this. Like, it's like
they could just pour their souls to you. And they're like,
so wild.
I just feel comfortable, and I love that I can do that I can make people feel comfortable, that they can just open up to me and just be vulnerable and, you know, real.
It takes very, very special people to make people feel comfortable, because I feel like we live in such an uncomfortable world.
Yes.
Where like everybody's like, I have to be perfect. I have to do this. I have to do, you know,
live
be
up
strong
to whatever
and everything.
Expectation that society puts out for
and
you.
it's like, bro, like being real is so underrated now. Like, being able to say, hey, dude, I was a fucking addict. Yeah. But that's not where my story ends.
No, not at all. It does not. It's only beginning now.
Yeah, 100%. I'm so excited, bro.
Give me chills.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Like this journey is so cool, and I love that we went full circle with it. Yeah. Like, and that like we're just kind of reconnecting as friends, and like it's gonna be a whole.
Time is everything, you know, 100%. And I think, you know, everything happens how it's supposed to. Yeah. And like clearly we're meant to be in each other's lives.
Fuck yeah,
you
dude.
know, like
that detour was worth it.
Right. Yeah. We had to take apart. You know, we both had to figure some things out. And
100%.
And get life situated. And you got your life going, and you're doing good things now, and you're growing. And I love to see that. You're growing.
I'm proud of your progress too, bro. Thank you. We both came from like just very personally negative situations, and to turn it into something positive and be able to serve the fucking community with some fire ass cuts, my guy. Like, can I just tell you, bro, this is a great haircut. Like, this is just a genuinely fucking awesome haircut. And I feel beautiful again.
And that's what's supposed to happen. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
I'm stoked, dude. Yeah. It's so cool. Thank you so much for being on my pod and like giving your perspective, because I don't have anybody in my life that has been through as similar like of a story as I have. So I appreciate your perspective on that. Of course,
and
so
thank you
cool.
for having me and being here.
So dope, dude. Full circle.
That's right.
Full fucking circle. Let's go.
That's right.